Here is Brittney Griner elbowing Caitlin Clark in a crazy way and then calling her a trash white girl. And there clearly is a racial element to it.
Tag fouls, and again, Caitlin Clark doing a little bit of an acting job. But again, that's for the ticky-tack fouls that we were talking about earlier.
Wants to be seen. She knows the cameras are on her. Trash white girl. She wants to be seen saying that. Now imagine if Caitlin Clark had said trash freaking black girl. Like, what would be happening right now?
Brittney Griner just did the unthinkable, making waves for all the wrong reasons after unleashing a shocking verbal jab at Caitlin Clark, allegedly referring to her as a trash white girl during a live game, all caught on national television.
Brittney Griner appeared to call Caitlin Clark trash and effing white girl.
Now the internet is ablaze. Fans are demanding serious disciplinary measures, while swirling rumors about Griner's personal life are resurfacing and gaining traction.
Brittney Griner is, in fact, a man.
If you're backing Caitlin Clark, now's your moment. Drop an I stand with CC in the comments to show mad love and support for the Queen of the Court. Let's go.
Caitlin Clark is an absolute all-star. She is the Michael Jordan of this. This is the girl that girls have been waiting for forever.
She's the Rookie of the Year. She's 4th in the league in MVP voting.
Caitlin Clark is the needle mover.
She is the needle mover.
She is the franchise player.
And she was the MVP.
She is the main draw.
She wasn't the one who was full sprinting down the court.
Caitlin Clark is a rising star in women's basketball. She's pulling in crazy viewership numbers.
She's my role model. I really look up to her.
Why do you like Caitlin?
And she's so good at basketball.
Tensions had been running high in the league for some time, but Griner took it to another level with a full-on meltdown caught live on camera. After fouling out in a tough game, cameras caught Griner storming off the court, clearly mouthing the words, "trash effing white girl." And yes, it was unmistakably clear.
Griner, who I can't stand, sad that she's a Baylor grad.
Yeah,
she called her a trash expletive white girl. That was the lip reading. Yes, trash white girl. Trash blanking white girl.
That clip blew up online faster than a half-court buzzer beater. This wasn't your average trash talk.
Saying that nobody is going to watch the WNBA if they don't get rid of this racist nonsense.
It was nasty, targeted, and soaked with deep-seated hate. Even veteran analysts were shocked. Skip Biss didn't hold back, stating plainly that if a white player had thrown out a racial slur on national TV, their career would have ended before lunch.
The WNBA okay with one of its players saying white girl on the bench and getting caught by TV cameras saying such? I guess they are. I guess they're okay with it. Obviously, the league would very much not be okay with a white player saying black girl on the bench in anger and getting caught by TV cameras. That would be an immediate suspension, if not a career ender for said white girl.
But when Griner said it, radio silence. No fine, no suspension, not even a stern warning. The quiet was louder than a missed free throw in an empty arena, and fans were absolutely livid.
But it is completely possible that fucking white girl was about Caitlin Clark's popularity, about her stature, about her impact on the entire league.
Let's be real. Caitlin Clark has faced this kind of heat since day one in the WNBA. She's been pushed, shoved, and knocked down. Not because she plays dirty, but simply because she's a powerhouse. And yeah, we can't ignore the fact that race is definitely part of the equation here.
Has been abused repeatedly. We have shown you videos just getting elbowed, getting crushed, inbound passes where they ram into her. Just absolutely abused, and there clearly is a racial element to it.
Griner meltdown wasn't some random outburst. It's part of a troubling trend. This wasn't just a heat-of-the-moment thing. It was a deliberate, venom-packed insult thrown out for everyone to see, and from a league that constantly claims no place for hate. Their quiet response speaks volumes, especially when the hate is targeted at Caitlin.
WNBA has come out numerous times. There's no place for hate. There's no place for racism.
Now fans are demanding answers. They want proof and explanations for why the league brushed this off like it was no big deal. Why is Brittney Griner being protected from repercussions when she blatantly crossed the line on live TV? Let's flip the narrative. What if Caitlin Clark had said those exact words?
The league would not be okay with a white player saying effing black girl.
Picture Caitlyn labeling Griner a trash black girl on live TV. That would have set off a media firestorm, non-stop news cycles, league-wide condemnations, and likely a lifetime ban from the sport. No questions asked. Case closed.
Let's see an investigation into reverse racism that's going on across the league also.
Skip Bayless nailed it once more. He pointed out that if any white player had made a comment like that, the media would have torn them apart. But Griner, she's getting a free pass, as if she just accidentally stepped out of bounds.
Griner referring quite clearly, I believe, to Caitlin Clark and a white referee as, quote, trash ass white girls.
And when commentators tried to defend her, twisting her words into some weak excuse, please. The footage is as unmistakable as Clark's shooting form. Fans, lip readers, even neutral reporters all confirmed exactly what was said. Yet the league acts like it's just a case of the volume being turned down. This kind of selective outrage is eating away at the WNBA from the inside.
If you are a straight white woman in the WNBA, there is no way that you feel completely safe.
The very same organization that rushed to investigate Indiana Fever fans over vague, unverified claims about Angel Reese is now suddenly blind, deaf, and mute when a player openly hurls a racist insult. Yeah, try making sense of that.
I don't appreciate the new fans that sit there and yell racial slurs at myself, my teammates, and the people that I play against. Because yeah, those might be opponents, but those are friends too. You know, they don't deserve that. So I don't appreciate the new fans. I think it's okay to do that.
This isn't anything new for Clark. She's been the league's go-to punching bag from the very start. Not because she talks trash or dives for fouls, but because she's talented, white, and stealing the spotlight from players who believe seniority grants them immunity. Angel Reese even shared a meme showing Clark running scared from a fight, captioned, "White girl running from the fade like she's trying to start a beef mixtape." And this wasn't just fan-made. It was Reese herself who posted it.
That she reposted. And the implication is, well, what it says at the top is white, this is how they say girl, G-Y, white gal, G-Y-A-L, running from the fade, like as if Caitlin Clark is basically a...
And the hits keep coming. Players have slapped her in the face, shoved her during plays, and treated every hard foul like it was the championship-winning move. Yet Clark stays composed. No dirty tactics, no cheap shots, just pure basketball brilliance on full display. All while facing more hostility than any rookie ever has.
Caitlin Clark got roughed up repeatedly by defenders throughout her rookie year last year. It was attempted bullying, trying to break her spirit, intimidate her, put her in her place, get even with her for all the attention she was getting.
Here's the hard truth. Every time Caitlin Clark takes a hit, she's expected to stay quiet and keep smiling. Play nice and take the high road. Never mind that she's the one getting pushed, slammed, and now verbally attacked, while impossible standards are placed on her. The media, that should be standing up for her, instead cheers on her opponents. The message couldn't be clearer. Some players get a free pass, and Clark gets a target on her back. The league talks about growing the game, but turning a blind eye to what Clark faces is exactly what's holding it back.
Accused the Indiana Fever fan base of being racist. They investigated it. They said those accusations were false. The least that she could do is apologize to our great state and the fans that show up at these games and say, I'm sorry, I was wrong. Obviously, she's not going to do that. But also, Dan, why isn't the Indiana Fever apologizing to their own fan base for putting them through that, for going through those types of
Casual fans, lots of whom only started watching the WNBA because of Clark, are watching all this go down in shock. They came to root for her, but instead they've seen her mocked, physically targeted, and now hit with racial insults, all with no consequences. And what's the league's response? Not action, not accountability, just silence, empty slogans, and a shrug. If this is how the WNBA treats its newest fans, don't be shocked when those fans just switch the channel.
He stated in part, obviously, the league would not be okay with a white player saying effing black girl on the bench. in anger.
So here's the question no one in the front office wants to face. Why is Caitlin Clark expected to rise above it all, while others can get away with almost anything? Why is a racially charged insult aimed at a white player brushed off like a minor mistake? Yet, if the roles were reversed, it would bring the entire league to a halt? That's the hypocrisy fans are fed up with. And unless the WNBA starts addressing this head on, those same fans will start tuning out, no matter how many hashtag campaigns get painted on the court.
WNBA without Caitlin Clark remains an attraction that not many people want to watch. Without Caitlin Clark,
is going to massively affect the WNBA.
Caitlin Clark is the closest thing that they have to quality play. Caitlin Clark, the Caitlin Clark effect is very real. She is the most valuable player in the league.